primarily trained as a visual anthropologist, and I've become interested in cinema through my research in Mexico City on avant-garde cinema from the 1920s and 30s. I recently curated a film program in the context of the centennial of the Mexican Revolution. Images of Eisenstein's Que Viva Mexico have had an enduring impact on defining the iconography of national culture in Mexico, national visual culture. So curating is also a way of summoning those images and then, kind of examining how they have endured, over this period of time. Think about the three cities that you are engaging as cities that form an assemblage of sorts, right? You have Johannesburg, London, Chicago, right? You've zoomed in on these particular cities for a particular set of reasons. This semester I'm teaching a class called Art and Film. It's a collaboration with the Director of Public Programming at SF MoMA. The class grew out of a collaboration in the context of an ongoing exhibit called 6 Lines of Flight, Shifting Geographies in Contemporary Art. In the class, we focus on 6 cities during the period of decolonization in the 1950s and 60s, and we zoom in on the film cultures of these cities, and we try to explore the correspondences and affinities between these cities.
So I want to deal with Chicago after the Civil Rights Movement up until Barack Obama becomes president.
So for example, today what we've been working on with the students is to think about a potential curatorial project that would help them explore some of the themes of the class, namely the question of film culture during the decolonization era.
A lot of the artists were kind of financed to make propaganda films, so this is kind of a reversal of that.
This kind of iconic status of Yugoslavia within the decolonization movement, and see the kind of art that was being produced, and political art, I would assume, that was produced during those years. I'm helping students figure out a way of not only thinking through the cinematic medium, but also thinking through curatorial practice itself. What I hope students will get out from this class is a sense that the relationship between art and cinema is not a recent one. There has been a long-standing relationship between art and cinema since the 1920s, since the period of the historical avant-gardes. It's important for me to give a sense to students that film is no longer experienced only in the context of the movie theater, but that it is also experienced in the context of the gallery, the museum, the biennial. I'm particularly interested in teaching and focusing on film artists, who happen to be also theorists. So I've been always fascinated by Germain Dulac, Eisenstein, Maya Deren, filmmakers who have been consistently reflecting on the status of filmmaking within the larger contemporary culture that they were living in. Teaching for me is precisely keeping students fascinated by those film artists who also take very seriously their own writing and their own reflections on filmmaking.